Hey y'all! So today is the day we are building, or rebuilding I should say, our very veggie legacy house. We had another accidental child in the family, which means we need to expand. I wanted to expand anyways, but I thought what a better time than when you're forced. All right, so we're doing this the old school way of a speed build. I haven't done a speed build in, I literally couldn't even tell you the last time I did one. I don't remember. But I wanted to do it like this because I just wanted to take my time, do it over a couple of days, like really try to enjoy the process and like kind of experiment with what I wanted to do. I know I had like a kind of an idea in mind of like having the house, like a 2-story house, and then the florist shop off to the side, also with like the little greenhouse as well, which is what I ended up doing. I realized way later into building this that I completely forgot to put in a section for the like floral arranging lessons. Completely left that out. Honestly though, I know I had mentioned possibly removing it anyways, so we'll just see how it goes for now. I'm hoping that we can still get a 5-star business even with it being smaller and having less things to do in there. We'll see. If I need to modify it, I guess I can. I'll just have to figure out how to do it and how to make it like look okay. At the end of this entire speed build is when I realized that I did that. Literally like way too late. And then I tried to go back and see if I could fit it in anywhere. Like if I could have like another story above the florist shop where we could do the lessons. And I'm still thinking that could be the move, but I would have to rearrange. There's a dog hair in my lipstick. Hello. Okay, I got it. I was thinking that maybe we could rearrange it if we have to. If it's not pulling in enough money, or if it's not growing in terms of like star ratings, then like maybe we could try it. But I couldn't figure out a way to squeeze it in its current state. So we would have to maybe make it bigger, I think. But I just kept it the way it was because I honestly was more focused on the house itself and making that cute. And I really like the way it ended up coming out. The downstairs, I actually ended up cutting out a lot of it because it was a hot mess, I'm not gonna lie. I could not figure it out. Like the layout of the downstairs was making me go crazy. I don't know what it was. I struggle with this all the time though. I've probably talked about it a million times. I really struggle with like interior like floor plans. I don't know what it is. It's like the outside, I'm good to go, no problems whatsoever. And then as soon as I cross the threshold of going from exterior to interior, there's something in my brain just shuts down. I have no idea. I really love decorating, like inside decorating. Interior decorating is so fun and comes like, I feel like it's pretty natural because I've been doing it for so long. But as far as actually making the floor plans myself, like literally, it's like every brain cell inside of my head just peters out on me. I don't know where they go. The upstairs layout, pretty easy. I think I'm doing it right now, but I think I ended up switching it up a little bit. And as far as the downstairs, I totally cut it out. The cut's literally coming up because y'all did not need to see how long it took me to do that, okay? It was actually embarrassing. But I really like the way it came out in the end. I think it's okay. If I remember correctly, I did this a few days ago, so my brain is like, what did it look like? But I think it's gonna be all good. Also, side note, I got one of those like heated round brush things, like a hair tool. It's not the ones that blow air, like it's not an actual blow dryer. I have one of those too and I love it. But it's just the ones that heat up like a curling iron, but it's just like a round brush. I've seen them all over TikTok, okay? And they got me. I still have yet to put any information in it for like TikTok shop. I have not used TikTok shop, I'm too scared. From what I've heard, it's like very easy to buy things on TikTok and I'm not gonna allow myself to do it. So I ended up just getting it on Amazon or something. But I got it and I tried it today for the first time. And I must say, I am liking what I'm seeing. I'm kind of enjoying it. It's like a little bit straight, a little bit curled. I kind of like her. It was literally, it's like, the internet listens to you, as we all know. And it was the first thing that popped up when I went to Amazon the other day. And I was like, they know what I want. They know what I've been thinking about. I've been looking at it on TikTok. So I got one. And I honestly really like it. Today was the first day I used it. And I'm vibing. I think it looks pretty nice. Now I'm wondering if I should use my blow dryer one when I wash my hair, or if I should just let it air dry and then use this. We'll have to do some experimenting on that one. Sorry, a little bit of a side tangent. I was just really excited about my new hair tool. Anyways, we're on the inside now. And the actual florist section is pretty small. I definitely gave more attention to the fact that I wanted more like a bigger cafe space, which is why I left so much room for like tables and really nothing else. There's a really small section for where people are gonna actually buy things, only because I'm having a really hard time filling it up every time. Like, I think I would rather it take me less time to fill up all the shelves and open more frequently than it take me forever to fill them up at the risk of them all wilting and then only open the shop like once a week or something, you know? I'd rather have it open more often. I think we're gonna get to 5 stars faster too if we do it that way. So hopefully that is the right decision. Also, I was just reading your comments. You guys are telling me, we're gonna have to test this out, okay? That the flowers won't wilt if you scent them with bluebells specifically. I was under the impression that you could scent it with any flower and that it would last forever. But apparently y'all are telling me in the comments that it's bluebells only. So we're gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to find some bluebells. I don't even know where to find them. I gotta look that up. I'm gonna do some Googling after this so I can figure out where to get bluebells, because apparently that is the move. Hopefully they won't wilt with my new strategy of having less spots to fill up. Also, I guess she could maybe fill up half with like knitted items, but in my personal experience, it doesn't seem like the knitted items sell that fast. We've put like 1 or 2 in the shop, I think, at this point, and they literally took forever to sell. Like, a shockingly long time. It's like nobody even realized that they were there. Maybe my Sims thought that they were just like friendly decorations and that they weren't actually for sale. But yeah, it took forever. I had like 1 penguin knitted like plushie thing in there. Dude, it took a long time for someone to finally come in and buy that thing. So, I don't know. We'll see. But here's the outside. I was originally going to make the whole thing green. But seeing as though we're gonna be transitioning into the eggplant generation here soon, I thought maybe I just keep the outside kind of generic. I added a little bit of green there on like the fencing, but that was it. I just wanted like it to be like very subtle, so that we can change it up whenever the eggplant generation starts, which will make everything purple. So the inside I kept pretty green. I kept all the wallpaper green. I like the bathroom flooring is green. I tried to keep a lot of green inside because I feel like that's easy to change. The outside, like, when you start doing like a solid color on the outside, things start to look a little bit crazy. I'm not opposed to doing it. I just thought for time's sake, I would focus more on doing the inside with the fun themes. We see more of the inside of the house anyways than we do the outside. So I figured, let me just focus on what we're actually gonna see. I had a lot of fun doing the kids' rooms, actually. Like, a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying making them lately. I saw a comment not too long ago that said that it's kind of funny that I make all these like houses with a bunch of bedrooms and none of them are ever kids' rooms. Like, they're always like just adult rooms. And somebody said it looked like I always make Airbnbs. That's what it was, because I literally always use just like double beds in every room and none of them are ever kids' rooms. They're never like family houses. And I read that comment and I was like, wait, no, they're kind of right though. Wait, no, they kind of clocked me there, because I am a family like gameplay person. Like, that's how I've always played The Sims. I love having big families and stuff. Like that's my vibe. So for me to build all these houses and then not have like kids' rooms is kind of weird. I thought that was kind of weird. I was like, you know what? You actually might be onto something with that one. So I have been trying in my most recent builds to incorporate more kids' rooms. I'm actually having a lot of fun with them because I feel like kids' rooms are like fun. Like, they're not as serious and they can be kind of messy and cluttery. I don't know, it's kind of fun. I love like mixing and matching a bunch of patterns that like don't necessarily go together, because like, I don't know about you guys, but like that's how my room looked when I was a kid. It was like a disaster in there. It was like color threw up all over the place. There was no rhyme or reason, nothing matched. I didn't care about interior design. I was a kid, like who cares? I just put a bunch of stuff up on the walls that I liked, and I had a bunch of stuff literally everywhere. My walls and all my doors were painted purple. I remember it so vividly. How could you forget a room like that? It was so purple. Literally, I was doing the eggplant challenge IRL. Wait, hold on. That could have a double meaning. Cut that, cut the cameras. Before we keep going, I would like to thank today's sponsor, the Farmer's Dog. As some of you may know, I have a beautiful doggie named Yuna, and she is my whole world. And it's so important to me that she lives a very happy and healthy life. And part of that is the food that she eats. The Farmer's Dog is a service that delivers gently cooked, freshly made pet food that's also pre-portioned straight to your door. And they make it super easy to get started. I started by taking this quiz on their website. I put in some of Yuna's information, and that helps them personalize a meal plan just for her. And Yuna is a picky eater. Okay, let me tell you. But she was gobbling this up. I ended up getting a chicken, a beef, and a turkey flavor. This is her first time trying it. She didn't even hesitate for 1 second. She loved it immediately. It also being pre-portioned makes it super easy, so you don't have to guess about how much to give them. They pre-portion it based on things like their weight, their age, stuff like that. And it's no surprise that she loved it because their food is human-grade food. It's cooked, packaged, and tested in human food facilities that has the same safety standards as human food. Knowing that my dog has a healthy diet is super important to me, and it's also super important to me that she likes the food too, and the Farmer's Dog is perfect for that. And they're giving me a really good deal. If you use the link in my description or the QR code on screen, they're giving you 50% off of your first box, free shipping, and 24/7 customer support. Good food is just as important for our dogs as it is for us, so definitely check them out if you're interested. And big thank you to the Farmer's Dog for sponsoring today's video. Now I'll let you get back to it. Back to the build. I did add a pool, which I'm really excited about. I was so excited to have a backyard. I actually didn't finish the backyard, like at all. I don't even think I finished landscaping it. I honestly forgot. That's my bad. I ran out of money by the time I realized I didn't landscape the back. And I know I can use debug, I realize, but I have like a theme going with the landscaping, and like most of it is not debug. So I'm just gonna wait until I get a little bit more money. It shouldn't really take us that long. Usually when we open the business, we make good money every time. Like we're pulling in some good cash. We will see though, because I took out the little ticket kiosk thing that like charges them every hour. Since I don't have the lesson area. Why am I forgetting the name? Why? I can't remember what it's called. The lessons, the floral arranging lessons. I forget what it's called. It's escaping my mind. Since I took out that section, I'm kind of scared that maybe we won't be making that much money anymore. So we'll have to, again, some experimenting will have to be done. Because if it's bad, then we'll have to change it. Also, this trash can was like the bane of my existence. I ended up just putting, like, look at this. Look at what I tried to do. I tried to do like this little trash can section, and I hated it. I was like, this is stupid. It's going outside. It's gonna be a little inconvenient to take the trash out from the business, but whatever, like whatever. It could be worse, I guess. If I can find another solution, I will. And I think that was when I realized I didn't put in the area like for the lessons, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, but there's like nothing else in the backyard except for the pool, our swing set, and that yoga mat. So I'm really excited to sort of deck out the backyard a little bit more. I would love to get some toddler things like the little slide or like the ball pit or something. That would be really fun since Lila is a toddler now. Just turned into a toddler too, so we've got some time. But I actually tried to put the big slide thing in her bedroom. Girl, it was way too big. I don't know what I was thinking. But finally working on the inside, like actually furnishing it, we had so much money. I didn't cheat any of this money. When I demolished the other house, we had so much cash. I don't even know where it all came from. I severely underestimated how much money we were gonna have. Remember how all the episodes I kept saying like, oh, we need to make more money so we can have a bigger house. We need to make more money, blah, blah, blah. Girl, we had it. Girl, we had it. I didn't cheat money at all to make any of this. I stopped whenever I ran out. I think I stopped at like 1,000 simoleons left or something close to that. So like I almost used every penny, literally almost every penny. I was shocked. I didn't even realize until halfway through the build how much money we actually had, because I was just building away like without caring about like a budget at all. And then halfway through I realized I was doing that and thought, oh, I need to be careful. And then I looked at the money and I said, 41,000 simoleons, girl, we're good. Like, we're good. We can furnish this house like however I want without a budget. I think Maybe the dining room, I think, was the only room that I like squeezed in a few random paintings at the end because it just looked a little bit barren and I ran out of money. But overall, like the house looks pretty good. Like I didn't really have to budget at all, which was really exciting. Oh my god, I got the fridge with all the little like magnets on it. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's so cute. The way like my fingers literally just got stuck in my hair. It was so cute. But I was going to do a solid green cabinet. Again, I decided against it. I tried not to do too much. Now that I'm looking at this though, I'm not sure I'm totally sold on the wallpaper in there with this cabinet. I don't know if I love that. I may need to change that now that I'm looking at it again. I don't know about all that. I think it's too light because we've got kind of a moody vibe going with the cabinets and stuff, and I love that countertop, that like rich green. Oh, it's so pretty. But I feel like maybe the wallpaper doesn't really go with that, actually. Now that I'm looking, see, this is the good thing about like watching these back sometimes, is that like when you're in the build, sometimes I miss things or like I don't really see things too clearly. But like when you take a step back from projects, even things like building in The Sims, I feel like I can see things a little bit clearer. But yeah, I love all the bathrooms. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this house. And I know that I said you guys can upload your own versions of them on the gallery and stuff, and I did have a look at them, and I was inspired by a few of them. But when it came down to actually really needing the house, I thought it would be fun to build it myself. I thought it would be fun. But if you guys are interested and you're doing this challenge yourself and you need a build, go to the gallery and type in hashtag veggie Vixella. There's lots of really good builds that people uploaded if you're interested. They're all really good. I looked at a bunch of them. I have a bunch of them saved too. So go check them out if you're in the need for a house and you don't want to build one yourself. There's a lot of really good ones on there. And I'm sure you could probably just type in hashtag like very veggie. Maybe, probably. I am assuming that there's probably a very packed hashtag there with lots of stuff in it from people who are just like generally doing the challenge. I'm sure you can probably find a lot of stuff there. I actually didn't even think to do that. I was only looking at the ones that you guys submitted under my hashtag. I didn't even think to look at the other hashtag. Goofball. But yeah, I wanted something so specific though with the florist thing. I mean, there's obviously like no telling what the other builds would have in them because you can do whatever business you want. This was just the one that I ended up choosing. But I put this craft table in the entryway. I know it's not like a typical entryway table to put there, but I just thought it was so cute. Like with the scalloped edges and stuff. I love a good scalloped edge, like kind of even like sort of like this. So cute. I just thought it was fun. And it was more fun than like a typical sort of entryway table. I liked that. Also, we have, I think, two computers in the house now. I ended up putting one in Violet's room as well. Since she's a child, she can use one. I gave her one of the like cheaper ones. And then we've got the other one that used to be in like the parents' room, is now just like in the upstairs hallway. Also, don't mind this isn't real. This was a Christmas in July tattoo. My mom's birthday falls really close to Christmas in July, and she always likes to have a Christmas in July party. And she brought these like Christmas in July themed tattoos, and this is gonna look deranged because it's disintegrating. But it's an octopus with like ornaments on it. Hold on, let me stand up. Let me get in there. Check it out. It's not even focusing. Look at that. It's kind of disintegrating now. But it looks a little crazy now. I also have one on my ankle. It's literally like 2 specks. It just looks like I'm dirty. It just literally looks like I'm dirty now. But I love a temporary tattoo. I think they're so fun. I think we gotta do more of those. We gotta bring those back. I don't see enough of them anymore. I feel like as a kid, I was tatted up with temporary tattoos, like all the time. Like we would make sleeves out of them, like all over. It was so fun. I love a temporary tattoo. But yeah, so anyways, this was where I was having the most fun, was the kids' rooms. I was just doing whatever my heart desired in these places. Lots of purple. I think I did I already do Lila's room? Oh my gosh, I'm speeding through it so fast. I already forgot. I didn't even see it. But yeah, so I was trying to keep them like age appropriate but like still fun. So I have like the activity table in here. I made sure to keep that nightlight. Yes, I did. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, the freaking boogie monster's gonna get you. But I really love Lila's room. Like, I really love Lila's room. Oh, I love it. I just love the vibes in there. And my favorite part of both of these rooms was the curtains, because I just did like really over the top curtains. And I actually really like it. I'm kind of loving the like maximalist vibes of them and like how sort of like loud they are. I feel like usually I'm more of like a serene type of decorator where I decorate for like calmness, you know? I might use a white, you know, just to keep it like sort of like not too bold. I don't feel like my decorating style is that bold, but the older I get, the more bold I become in decorating. Like the more I want to see clutter, the more I want to see more colors, stuff like that. Now for the parents' room, which is what I'm working on now, theirs is obviously like much less colorful, but I think I added in like a pink couch and stuff like that. I really like the shape of this room because it's kind of weird. I love a little weird shaped room. I always think they're the most fun to decorate, especially when they've got like little sections to put that, like, dude, when you have like a little 2x2 section and like a dresser fits in there perfectly, that just tickles my brain in just the right way. Put a chess table out there. I still have our fish tank. I really hope all our fish are still in there. That is the fish tank from the other house. I did save like pictures from the old house. I saved Garrett's like food critic plaque. I put that in the florist shop, actually, like near the cafe. I felt like it was sort of fitting. I kept that, I kept the pictures, and I kept the fish tank. What else did I keep? Obviously the plants, like the flowers. We have a little bit more room now though, so we could plant some other things, and it seems like I need to plant some bluebells because you guys are literally like, y'all in the comments with like a megaphone being like, please, bluebells, we're telling you. So we'll definitely try that out. I'm hearing you loud and clear. Okay, I did a no. I thought it was just any flower. In my head, I literally was like, oh, it's probably any flower. I didn't even double check. I didn't fact check it. I was just like, probably. That's probably good enough. Also, I added a ceiling fan to their room. That little like leaf ceiling fan has been calling my name lately. I've put it in multiple builds recently. I really like it. And I live in Texas currently, soon to live in Florida. Woo! And it's so freaking hot, right? We have ceiling fans in every single room, and they're like constantly also on. And so for me to put a ceiling fan in my Sims house is very like familiar feeling. And I actually think it's kind of cute. I feel like do they get a moodlet when you turn them on? I feel like they do. I could be making that up. I feel like they do, and I think that's kind of cute. And also, dude, in the kitchen, this is when I started just adding like random clutter, and I had debug open too, so I was just digging through all of that. Literally digging through debug for me is trying to find a needle in a freaking haystack. Like, it is so annoying. And I know there's a mod that organizes it. I think it's called like Better Build or something. Better Build By. It lags my game so bad. I don't know what it is. I don't know if anyone else has that problem, but if I have that mod installed and it organizes my debug and I click on the eyedropper tool to like duplicate something, my game freezes for like 10 minutes. It is impossible. It is impossible to work with. I don't know if that's a me problem or if it's maybe not compatible with another mod that I have. I'm not sure, but it seems like a mod I could really, really use. Like it organizes debug for you, which is like, hello, that's great. That would make my life so much easier. But that's why I don't use debug so often, because it's like so hard to navigate through, and that mod doesn't really work for me, unfortunately. So I kind of just suffer if I'm going through debug. I just have to do it all natural. Also, I put that really cute, like fluffy green flowery rug in the entryway. At this point, I was like, let's just make it interesting. See, this is what I was talking about in the dining room. I was like, what do I put here? I don't even know anymore. I was like, I'm running out of ideas. There's our pictures! I almost forgot to put them up. We're wrapping up though. See, I mean, like, I had less than 1,000 simoleons left. All right, now it is time for the grand tour. It is nighttime in my game right now, so it's looking a little sad, but this is what we've got going on the outside. Here is the backyard. Like I said, I didn't do anything over here, and I also did not landscape the rest of this, but I know exactly what I'm gonna do when I have the money. We've got our swing set, we've got our pool. Again, it's lacking out here, but I figured this was probably the least important part, but I can get to it. I know exactly what I want to do. Okay, so walking into the flower shop. This is so cute. This is what you see. So it's very small, and this is like honestly the only flower shop area. I do want to add more clutter to it eventually, but I just got the bare bones. So we have these for shelves, and then we also have these behind it for shelves too, which I think will work. And then we've got our little cafe section. I feel like it's more of a cafe now than it is a florist shop, but again, once I add more clutter, I feel like that will help. And then in here we have our little greenhouse. I need to plant some of these flowers I put down. But it's really cute. I use the new glass walls with this. I actually really love them. I think they look really cute. And then we do have a bathroom inside of here too. So this will be for the guests. We've got a little paper towel thing here. And I use the greenhouse walls. I love these walls. I just think they're so pretty. And then if you go through the door next to it, this goes into our house. And obviously this is a restricted area. So I don't think anyone should come in here that isn't part of our family. See how it goes. We'll do a bit of a trial run. But this is the entryway. See, isn't this cabinet cute? Like, I don't know. I need to put some clutter on it, but it's cute. And like the rug, I just love all the colors. I just think it's fun. And I love this wallpaper too. We got the mirror. We got our little decoration things. Oh my God, we gotta use that. We gotta decorate the outside. I forgot. We gotta put some decorations out there. This is the living room. Like, this is a crazy upgrade from what we were working with before. We literally went from like an upstairs apartment to this. Like, I'm so excited. And then we've got a bookcase there. We've got our thermostat. I didn't forget to bring that. We have our little dining room. This is our kitchen. Again, it could use some more clutter. It's looking a little bare bones, and I still might change this wallpaper too. I'm not sure yet, but this is the kitchen. It's so huge. It's so massive. And then over here to the side of the living room is a full bath. So we've got, I love this mirror too. I chose the one with the pictures on it. I just thought it was more homey. Got a cute rug in here. Again, not a lot of decor yet. I love that there's like a little spot for the shower. I really like that. That's nice. That's so fancy. This room, I did not decorate very much. I decided to save money and just come back to this later. But we have our flower arranging table over here. I thought I'd put it downstairs so it's closer to the actual shop. And then we've got our pictures up there. There's nothing over here. I need to still decorate that. And then we have our back door, which leads outside. You can come down here. And then if you go upstairs, so we still have our chess table. We have a desk over here. I forgot to put clutter on this side. Again, once I like got all the essentials, I was just sort of putting in clutter where I could still afford it. So we can just fill that in later as we go along. We've got our fish. Our fish are in there! Yay, my gummy fish! I love that guy. Okay, so this bedroom here, this is the parents' room. So they actually have a fireplace and a TV in here. Very fancy. This is the little thing that we unlocked, I think from Garrett's food critic career, if I'm not mistaken. And then they have their bed, a little couch over there, and a mirror. And then if you go down the hallway to the door on the left, this is Violet's room. So a room for a child, but it's still pretty cute in here. Like, I really wanted to keep it very purple. I did end up changing this rug to this one. We had that purple, like, star and moon one, which I did think looked really cute, but I love this rug so much. Anytime I have a kid's room, I'm like, I gotta put this rug in there. I gotta have it somewhere. But yeah, she has her own computer, very fancy, little dollhouse. She has her own bookshelf. Yeah, I think this is super cute. And I love the curtains. I told you, I like really wanted something like boom with the curtains. So I'm happy with that. Could use some more clutter on the wall over here, but again, like it's not super duper important. Also, I think her bed is like shoved into the wall. No, yeah. It literally is. Okay, then if you go across the hallway, you have little Lilac's room. Very cute. Now, obviously, she does not have a computer. She is a toddler, so she can't use those yet. But she will eventually. She will have a desk. She can use it for like homework, or maybe in the future she can have a computer or something. I don't know. But this is her room. This is her little toddler bed, which I love. I could not part with it. It is just the cutest thing ever. But see, I love the curtains in here too. Love the little chair. So cute. I think the rugs are really what's doing it for me. I just love like all the patterns and everything. I think it's really fun. But yeah, this room doesn't have as much stuff in it because I feel like toddlers are still like a little bit limited. We do have the potty in here. She's got some toys. She's got a toy box. She's got a dollhouse. She's got her own stuff going on in here. And then if you come around the corner here, you have the upstairs bathroom. I love doing like a green and pink thing. So wicked coated everywhere you look. Yeah, we've got a shower and a bath combo in here. Yeah, I like these bathrooms a lot. I was even able to fit in like a little linen closet, which I made yellow. But I am very happy with how it turned out. I think it's really cute. Like, I love the kids' rooms. They just have so much stuff in them to do. It's so fun. I want to add more to the outside. That's the only thing I'm lacking on is I still need to landscape out here and also add some more things to do. Like we have our swing set. I got rid of our picnic basket thing. Actually, maybe we still have it. We have the actual picnic basket. I could sell some of this stuff because I'm not really using it. Like I still have the ticket kiosk. I still have the whiteboard. I still have all 3 of these floral arranging tables. We could sell them. I still have all the gnomes that have been taunting us. Yeah, but this is what she looks like during the day. I mean, literally, what a freaking upgrade. Like, actually, what an upgrade. This has gotta be the worst photo ever taken in the world. It's dark, raining. It's horrible. This is what we had before, y'all. This is what we had before. That's a crazy upgrade. Rags to riches indeed. Look at this, wow. I love it. I think it came out really nice. Yay, I'm so excited. But yeah, I'm gonna do the landscaping in the backyard, so like similar to this when I get around to it, when we get some more money. We're at 800 simoleons right now, so we're a little bit lacking, but we'll get there. But that is gonna be all for today's video. What do you think of the house? I hope you like it. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.